It is officially the last week of 2020, and some people can't honestly wait to say goodbye to a year that they swear has been the worst year of their lives. Others feel like it has been just one of those years. How has 2020 gone for you? In today's video, I take a retrospective look of how my 2020 has been. Hello guys, my name is AC and welcome to One Foot Forward, a place where young adults get advice on life, relationship, personal finance, career and everything adulting. So if you are a young adult who is interested in learning a thing or two in any of these areas, then please hit the subscribe button and stick around because we make videos just for you. 2020 has honestly been a very interesting and a very challenging year for a lot of people and for us as a society on a holistic level. It has been a year, life is full of ups and downs, and sometimes we go through ups and downs individually. But for the first time, we have been challenged corporately together as a society, and it has not been easy for a lot of people. That being said, some people have also had an interesting year, and some people have also thrived, and even in the midst of the pandemic. And in today's video, I am taking a look of how my 2020 went, and so let's dive right into it. Now, to make the video very easy, I am going to take the various aspects of this channel. So in the area of life, personal finance, relationship, career, and then adulting, and see how my personal life has gone in these 5 areas over the course of 2020. I'm starting with the interesting part, and that would be my career. So let me backtrack. Let me take you back to December of 2019. So in 2019 December, when I was setting my 2020 goals and the things that I wanted to achieve, especially with the things that required money to accomplish, I sat down to plan the year ahead, and then I realized that I didn't make enough to be able to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. Like the expected expenditure was way more than the expected income. So I developed a plan of attack in order for me to be able to accomplish those things. And the major thing that I set myself to do was to increase my income. And there are several ways of increasing your income, but I mainly focused on my day job and how I could increase my income in my day job. So let's go back to earlier in 2020. So during the first quarter, I aggressively went into trying to find a new job, and then I think I went for about 2 or 3 interviews in February, and then I got 2 job offers. And so right before the pandemic, I switched jobs. I went to a different department in my company, and so that helped me to achieve a lot of the 2020 goals. So that would be like the major thing that happened in my career when it comes to 2020. And it was such it happened like just in the nick of time. And I think that it was actually God who intervened, because I'm a Christian and I strongly believe in blessings. So I wouldn't just say I was lucky. I would say that like this, like I was actually blessed for God to like see like this pandemic coming, and then give me this thing that I really wanted just in time, because I started my new role on March 1st, and then on March 12th the pandemic hit. So when it comes to career wise, it was actually a good year for me. And I'm not saying this to make anyone feel bad. I'm just saying it's like to encourage people. So this is my personal year in review. So that would be the major thing that happened to me in my career. So career wise, switching jobs, it was good. And also when the pandemic hit, we started working from home as well. And when during the days when I was working from home, when I was not spending too much time in traffic, I could focus on recording videos for you guys. So this was actually the year that the channel took off in a way, because I recorded my first video in April of 2019, and I didn't record any video again until lockdown, when I started recording videos for you guys. So career wise, I think that it went pretty well. So with that being said, let's go over to the next category. That would be the finance, and I'm putting the finance closely to the career because it's like so related. So once the career went on an upward trajectory, then obviously the finances also improved. But the one thing that I want to stress is what I discovered about budgeting in 2020. One of my favorite YouTube channels, One Big Happy Life, Tasha of One Big Happy Life, she keeps stressing on the fact that it is important for people to budget for a whole year, and not just to budget for weeks or just like month on month or paycheck to paycheck. And she keeps stressing on the fact that we should budget for a whole year. I attempt to budget for my whole 2020. That was what made me realize how, you know, the discrepancies between the projected income and the projected expenses. So one of the game changers for me personally in my finances is learning to plan my year at once, having a budget from January to December, and trying as much as possible to stick to it. And it has really been a game changer for me. This year I was able to get my emergency fund running. It is important for you to have 3 to 6 months of expenses, so that if anything happens to you, you know that you can go for at least 2 to 6 months. You know, life happens. Sometimes you can fall sick, you can lose your job, anything can happen to you. And a lot of the personal finance space, and people teach the importance of having an emergency fund, a couple of months of expenses. So this particular year, as part of my planning, I decided to work towards my emergency fund, and I was able to get a cool 4 months of emergency fund waiting for me should anything happen. And some people want 6 months, some people want 1 year. It's individual and it's personal, so whichever one works for you, then you choose. So that would be the major thing that happened in my finance, and this thing has changed my life so much to the point where I have put together an Excel template for people who are interested in getting to plan their budget, you know, on a month-to-month basis. So if you are interested in getting this free Excel template, then please send an email.com. I'm going to link it in the video so that those of you who are interested in getting the template can send me an email and I'll forward it to you for free. So let's move over to the next category, which is the relationship. My mom is sitting right here. I usually record videos by myself, and this time around I'm home. I came to visit my parents for the Christmas holidays, and my mom is sitting right here. So it's kind of awkward. But one of my 2020 goals was actually to be open to meeting the right person. And I want to say to be open to meet the right person in the sense that some of these things are outside of your control, as opposed to, let's say, financial goals where you can say that, okay, I want to save, let's say, 1,000 cedis in 2020. That is very within your control, so you can work towards it. But when it comes to relationship, it is something that is not always 100% within your control. So I set a goal to be open to the idea of meeting the right person, and it has actually been pretty good. I have met some people, I went on a few dates, and you know, some were very interesting. And the idea of being open to the right person led me to creative ways. So I asked myself, where can I go to meet more people? So I actually discovered a social media dating app. You know, there are very interesting people there, but it also gives you a chance to get to know, meet people, meet more people, get to know some people. And so in that aspect, I would say that it went pretty well, because this year I have actually met more people than I think I mostly do my whole life, because thanks to social media. So if you guys are interested in my online dating experience, drop me a comment below, and then maybe I'll make a full video on it, what to do, where to start, and then how to be careful, because there are a lot of people there who you genuinely don't want to be associating yourself with. I am not willing to share what's going on with me with you guys yet, but hopefully in the course of 2021 I'll let you know how it's going. And then we go over to the next category, which would be the adulting life, the idea of being an adult. And that overall hasn't been bad. I'm saying this because I think 2 or 3 years back, as I was doing my year in review in December, I put on my WhatsApp status that that year was better than the year before, and hopefully the next year would be better than that year. And that has been true for me for the last 5 years. I'm saying this because when it comes to personal growth and personal development, if you stick to what you are doing, you notice that your life begins to take on an upward trajectory. You see that the little steps that you take begins to snowball, and then eventually set you up for success. So when it comes to the idea of being an adult, when it comes to the concept, and I have a full video on what it means or doesn't mean to be an adult, I'll link it up in the card. I think that I have made some significant progress by the grace of God. And I believe that personal growth and the mindset that I have had over the years has made my 2020 a better year of how my year has been. I think that has gone pretty well, pretty good. There were days when things were hard. There were days when I cried, and there were days when I was sad and everything. But overall, generally, it has gone really good. And then the final one would be the life, like the life in general. So to make this one easier, I'm going to be looking down, because my laptop is here, and I'm going to be looking at the goals that I set for 2020, and to see how each and every one of them has been, for us to get a general idea of how my life has been overall. So the very first goal of 2020 was to learn about Jesus daily. And I keep stressing this because I am a Christian. I know that not everyone that watches my video is a Christian, but I want to stress the importance of having a relationship with your object of worship. And so I want to have a holistic life. I want to have a life that is full of everything, not just thriving financially and then struggling in other areas, but I want a life that is like on a general level, thriving in all areas. So my spiritual life is important to me. And then it was during the pandemic when like things hit, and then everyone was stressed out. That was when I evaluated my goals, and then I added this particular one, because it wasn't part initially. So what I meant by learning about Jesus daily would be read a devotional guide, at least getting a scripture a day, just for me to get to have a personal relationship with Christ. And I didn't like do that every blessed day. There were days when I was late and I rushed out, and there were times when I would even be on my way to work and then pick up my phone and try to get something to read. But on a whole, I would say I would give myself about 90 to 95%, which is not so bad. So on that level, I think that the Learn About Jesus daily goal. The second goal would be to build my existing YouTube channel by posting a video weekly. And this particular goal has been improved a little, because when I initially set out the growth to build my existing YouTube channel, I set out the goal to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It was very aggressive, but I also noticed that it was a failing goal. The reason was that the achievement of that goal was not within my control. So the number of subscribers is not up to me. It's up to the people who watch the videos and whether they feel they like the content enough to subscribe to the channel. So I noticed that determining the progress of my YouTube channel on the number of subscribers would always depress me because it wouldn't go like the way I wanted. So I changed the goal from the number of subscribers to my own work and how determined I was to make progress. And so I changed the goal to build my existing channel by posting a video weekly. So, and you all know that I haven't been posting videos weekly, but I also think that to a large extent this video has been successful because this goal has been successful because this is the year that I really focused on building the channel, and you guys can attest to it that this year I posted a couple of videos. And so with that particular goal, I would give myself, let's say, 40%. So that one also was pretty good. The next goal was to take an internal vacation. I don't know, I've been obsessed with the idea of going for vacation for some time now, but this was not the year for vacations. We all know what happened. We all know that we all went into lockdown and going out wearing mask, and I wanted to protect myself, and so I did not take any vacation. And I didn't go with my sisters. Usually when I'm going somewhere, I try as much as possible to take my sisters along. Usually my parents are busy, so when my sisters are available, I just invite them over. And so with that particular goal, we were not able to achieve it. So hopefully in 2021, definitely will, not me. Ouch, my Christmas tiara is coming off. We may be taking a vacation. And then the next goal was to increase my monthly cash flow to a particular amount. With the job switch, I got to achieve that. Let's say by 80%. I intentionally made that goal bigger than I could achieve because I always want to find innovative ways of making money. I don't want to be restricted or to feel comfortable that I have this right now, so it's okay for me. I want to constantly find innovative ways of increasing my income. So with that one, let's give ourselves 80%. Then the final one was to be open to the idea of meeting someone, which I have talked about earlier. So in all, my 2020 was not that bad. Actually, to be very honest with you guys, my 2020 was pretty good. I really had a good year. It was challenging, but it was also good. It was the year that my YouTube channel officially kicked off. I know that we are still small, but I'm hoping that with as I try to be more consistent in 2021, we would grow much more than we have now. So I want to know how your year went, and I want to know, let's get a conversation going. Our year in review. How was your 2020? What do you intend to do in 2021? And then hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions or if you want me to do a particular video, please leave your comments below and then we'll see how that goes. And I'll see you in the next video. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and hopefully we'll meet in 2021. Take care, guys. Bye.